Hello, welcome back to Halftime TV. Norando Brown here, your host, and tonight I'll be doing my 7 takeaways from the Reggae Boyz versus Guadeloupe. Match day number 2. The Reggae Boyz are through to the second round of the competition, where we'll play either the USA or Canada. But until then, I'll be dissecting what happened tonight. How did the Reggae Boyz perform against Guadeloupe? Were we impressed? Do they look as if they can go all the way? Is it really coming home? It a forward yard? I'm not too sure right now. In the meantime, check out the link in our description to our sponsors, Quick Link Shipping, RS Sports Store, and CSA Shop. And if you haven't done so as yet, please remember, like, share, and subscribe. And also leave your comments in the comment section. I'm more than happy to respond to those comments. And for all our viewers, all our subscribers who are already here, we appreciate the love and the continued support that we've been receiving. All right, so let's get straight to it. My first takeaway from the game against Guadeloupe: fortune favors the brave. Guadeloupe were the braver team. As soon as the referee blew the whistle, they were out the blocks. They went for the juggler. They went for our weak link. And our weak link in that first half was Amari Bell. We conceded an own goal, which I think overall, considering the run of play throughout the game, they deserved the goal. They played well enough to warrant that goal that they got. But nonetheless, they were brave in that first half. They went for goal, and they were warranted with that one. There was lapse in concentration in the defense unit. I spoke about cohesion. I spoke about the defenders being all over the place in my first review of that game against Suriname, and we saw it tonight. They were suspect on a number of occasions, but they were only punished on one. Hopefully we can see improvements on that going into the game against Costa Rica, because that game will ultimately decide who wins the group and who we play in the second round. Takeaway number 2. Taxi shows Bell how it's done. Now, in the cameo that Kemar Taxi Lawrence received, he showed how to effectively play the role of a left back. He overlapped well. He made some darting attacks. He nullified the attacks of the Guadeloupe team, and we saw what we were missing. We saw why he's one of the most capped players in this current squad, and I hope and pray that he stays fully fit throughout the tournament, because I can't see Amari Bell getting back in the starting lineup, regardless of what happens. Takeaway number 3. Own goals are dominating continental competitions this summer. We saw 11 own goals scored in the Euro competition that was just recently concluded, 4 in the Copa America tournament that was won by Argentina a few days ago, and now the Reggae Boyz, they have pushed the Gold Cup tally to 2. What's happening? Will we be seeing a repeat of what happened in the Euros? Can the own goals actually win the Golden Boot at the Gold Cup? I don't think so, but nonetheless, it's amusing and sad at the same time, because you feel for the player who is on the receiving end or who scores that own goal. But some of these own goals that we're seeing are hilarious, to say the least. Heads up, chin up Amari Bell. Better luck next time. I know he's only recently started playing for the Reggae Boyz. I think this was his 3rd cap. It's been a turbulent start, to say the least. My 4th takeaway: Theodore Whitmore's halftime talks are not working. This is the halftime show. Probably we need to give him a few pointers on how it's done. But nonetheless, I've seen it in the game against Serbia. I saw it in the game against Suriname, and I saw it again tonight. The players came back from the dressing room flat. They weren't motivated, and I didn't see that extra bit of fire that you usually see in the bellies of players who are coming out for a second half that they want to win. I just didn't see it. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if Theodore Whitmore is struggling to motivate the players. I know sometimes when you go into having a lead, as he mentioned in his first press conference after that Suriname game, it's difficult to motivate the players to come out in the second half with all guns blazing. But I didn't see that extra urge, that extra hunger from the guys. And bar a few individual moments by Leon Bailey where he decided that he wanted to take it upon himself, I wasn't impressed by the attitude of the players in the second half. And I think Theodore Whitmore needs to look into that, because the halftime talks definitely aren't working. They need to be improved on, and it's reflected in the players in how they're coming out onto the pitch in the second half of game, and it may ultimately result in us losing points or even losing games, because whether they come out complacent or whether they come out too laxed, it's not a good look for the Reggae Boyz team. My next takeaway, SCORY BURKE. Yes, SCORY BURKE, Corey Burke, the man from Philadelphia Union. Funny enough, I did an interview with Corey a few weeks ago, and he said watching his team play from home, because we all know he had a little bit of visa issues where he had to be in Jamaica for some time, and he said watching his team play from home brought tears to his eyes, and I could see why it brought tears to his eyes tonight. His hunger, his drive. This guy never stops running, and for me, he was the man of the match tonight. He left it all on the pitch, and I don't know, I can't find the superlatives to describe Corey Burke, but I think he's a genuine goal shark. He's a high presser. He knows how to score goals, as we saw with that goal he scored earlier tonight. And I think he should be even starting in the Reggae Boyz team on the back of that performance. Corey has scored 7 goals so far for Jamaica, and we've won every single game he's scored in. So it's a good look to have him out there on the pitch, and he left it all. He was even bleeding at one point. That's a true warrior, and he's fighting for the last bit. He's fighting with every ounce of energy in his body for the black, green and gold, and we appreciate you, Corey Burke. By far the man of the match for me tonight. I think Leon Bailey comes in close at second, but Corey Burke, man of the match. Wonderful performance for him on the night. Moving on to the next takeaway. Super Duper Jr. saves the Reggae Boyz their blushes. Now, the substitution from Theodore Whitmore tonight, they were good. We saw hunger from everyone coming into the team, and it shows that they're fighting to get a place in this team, to earn a starting spot. It's commendable, but I think that individual moment of brilliance from Junior Fleming, it nullified all the arguments about USL players playing in the national team, and it also justified his selection in getting that call up in the 23-man squad to go to the Gold Cup. So wonderful cameo from Junior Fleming. He ran for the entirety of his time on the pitch, and in the end he was justly rewarded with a goal. I think he deserved it. He's come under some stick lately, both from the USL and locals who were against USL players being included in the squad. So I think if anyone on that pitch tonight deserved a goal, it was Junior Fleming, and hats off to you. My final takeaway, wasteful strikers could have cost us the points tonight. Shamar Nicholson missed an open goal. Andre Gray missed a clear-cut one as well with the goalkeeper. Now, we admire our strikers greatly, and I for one appreciate them. As a matter of fact, a few days ago I did a video speaking and lauding Shamar Nicholson, but no, I must say tonight was not one of his better nights. He was flat, his runs were poor, and when the ball got to him, it was almost as if it couldn't stay with him. So I think he had a bad night by his standards. And Andre Gray, he came in, we were expecting him to stake a claim for himself, made a few good runs, but that shot that he kicked straight at the goalkeeper, I think the quality striker he is, he should be doing better with that one. So overall, I think the strikers tonight had a bad night, bar Corey Burke, who basically shouldered all the responsibility and was doing it all by himself. He put in one for Shamar Nicholson that he skied. He was constantly working throughout the game, and I think overall the team gave an okay performance. With performances like these, can they go all the way? I think they need to improve, and they need to improve significantly if they intend on winning any silverware in this tournament, because what I saw tonight was less than average by their standards and by the quality players they have in their ranks. So there you have it, folks. That's my 7 takeaways from the game. Fortune favors the brave, number 1. Taxi shows Amari Bell how it's done. Own goals dominating intercontinental tournaments this year. TAPPA'S halftime talks not working out. SCORY Burke transitioning his form from Philadelphia Union over into the Reggae Boyz. Super Duper Junior saves the day, and wasteful strikers could have cost us the points. If you haven't done so as yet, hit that subscribe button. Norando Brown again saying thanks for tuning in. You guys hear that? You hear that? It's a bell, man. It's a bell. Yes, I think it's that time of the day now. The trials are over. So guess what? Bell. I'm gonna ring the bell. Ring the bell. Time is up. Time for serious business now. So I'm gonna ring the bell. Ring it. Ring it.